solve again the medium level question from SQL series. So we have a question: find books with polarized opinions. Okay, so we have two tables, the books table and the reading sessions table. So what the question asks, for read it first. So write a solution to find book that have polarized opinions. So what is polarized opinions? The books that received both very high rating and the very low rating from different readers. Okay, so we have some conditions like the book has polarized opinion if it has at least one rating is greater than equal to 4 and one at least rating less than equal to 2. Okay, and only consider book that have at least 5 reading session. Calculate the ratings spread as highest rating minus lowest rating, and the polarization score as the number of extreme rating which is less than equal to 2 or greater than equal to 4 divided by total session. Okay, and only include books when polarization score is greater than 0.6, at least 60%. Okay, so what our basic thing is, we have to first find the maximum rating, minimum rating and the total session. Okay, these are the very basic thing which we have to required in this question to solve this. So first look out the test case. So the book table, we have book ID, title, author and the genre and pages. Okay, and genre is like fiction, romance and etc. And the reading session table has session ID, book ID, reader name, page read and the session rating. Okay, and the output is like book ID with title, author, genre, pages, rating spread and the polarization score. Okay, so now start with the solution. Like we have to find the book ID comma the maximum of session rating. Okay, maximum of session rating and the book ID in from book table. So we have to join these two table based on the book ID. Okay, so and making as the max rating comma same minimum session rating as minimum rating, and we have to count all as total session. Okay, and also we have to find the highest rating count, like which is greater than equal to 4. Okay, so this is the some case statement is like, so some case when the session rating is greater than equal to 4, then 1 else 0, and as highest count, and same for the minimum count. So case when session rating is less than equal to 2, then 1 else 0, and as lowest count. Okay, and from which table? From the reading sessions table. I am making this table alias as rs. So now we have to use rs dot everywhere where we extract the column from the reading session tables. Okay, so here also rs dot, same here rs dot, and maximum perfect Okay, and we have to rs.bookid. Okay, so and group by the rs.bookid. Okay, so first run this and let's see what it return. Okay, so it return the book ID, maximum rating, minimum rating, total session, highest count and lowest count. Okay, and now we have to apply our condition where the sum is should be greater than 0. Okay, the sum of the highest count and the lowest count should be greater than 0. Okay, because if we not apply this, the difference will be comes in negative, or the rating spread will be maximum. Okay, if let's say the highest rating will be 0, like the highest count 0 and the lowest count something different, so it goes in negative. Okay, so we have to find extract only those having the sum case when rs dot session rating greater than equal to 4, then 1, else 0, and as no need to end as greater than 0. Okay, and the same thing here, some case when rs dot session rating less than equal to 2, then 1, else 0, and greater than 0. Okay, so now run this. So perfect, it return only two book ID, the 1 and 3. Okay, as you see in output, the book ID is perfect. Now we have to fetch only the title, author, genre, page, rating spread, and the polarization score. Okay, so if you see here, we did all the aggregation here. So now make this a temporary table. So with aggregate as, so I make this table name as aggregate agg. So now we have to extract the required output, like the book ID, comma, the title, comma, the author, genre, pages, and the rating spread is, if you see here, the highest rating minus lowest rating. Okay, so our highest rating is like maximum rating and the minimum rating. Okay, so comma, the maximum rating minus minimum rating as the rating spread. Perfect. And the next thing is we have to find the polarization score, and the polarization score is the number of extreme rating which is between 2 and 4 divided by the total session. Okay, so as you see here, the highest count and the lowest count are those which is highest count is like greater than equal to 4 and the lowest count is less than equal to 2. Okay, so if we sum these two value, highest and the lowest, then we find our the extreme rating and divided by the total session. As you see here, we already find out the total session for the each book ID. Okay, so the polarization score is highest count plus lowest count multiply by 1.0, because make in we have the value in decimal. Okay, so divide the total session as polarization score from the table, from aggregate table. So we have to join these two table, like the aggregate table and the book table, because we have to extract the title, author, genre and the pages from the book ID. Okay, so I'm making aggregate function table as A, so join with books as B on A dot book ID equal to B dot book ID. Okay, and like we have to use here the select, we have to select the B dot book ID, B dot title, B dot author, B dot genre and B dot pages. And the maximum rating is come from the aggregate table, like the AGG table. So A dot maximum, A dot minimum, same here, A dot low count and A dot high count. Okay, now like the order by in the format, the first polarization score in descending order, and the title B dot title in descending order. Okay, so now run this and let's see what it return. Okay, so as expected, it runs successfully. It is accepted the test case, so it's same as output as expected. So now submitting this, and so this is very good question. If we see here, okay, what issue, now see here, like 0.9, 0.86, okay, and the 583 not the page count. Perfect. So where we miss any condition, have we missed any condition? Let's see. So that the solution, the polarization is less than, okay, the count at least 5. Okay, so the consider book have at least 5 reading session. So where is the session rating, pages, session ID? So we have to apply the condition for the session. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so first, like we have to apply the decimal for 2 places. Okay, comma 2, and we have to use round. And like only consider having the at least 5 reading session. Okay, so from here some case select, okay, here having the, what we can say, the count asterisk should be greater than 5. Okay, and what are the basic thing? So like we use here having count greater than equal to 5, and the highest count, okay, like the maximum rating we have should be greater than 1. Okay, and greater than 1, and minimum rating greater than 1. And like for the polarization score, okay, on this order by this, having the polarization score should be greater than equal to 0.6. Okay, now run this and let's see, is there still any issue having count asterisk greater than 5? Why? Okay, some case, let's see. Okay, so the thing is, we use to having, if you see here, so and using here having, we can use here like the round, this should be greater than equal to 0.6. okay, we can use here directly. So now run this and check what it written. Is still any issue further? Okay, what the issue? Nothing. Okay, perfect. The aggregate greater than 4, greater than less than 2, and greater than 0, and count is greater than or equal to 5, at least 5. Yeah, the maximum rating should be greater than 1 minus rating is spread round. Okay, total 2, which is greater than 0.6, and order by this. Okay, and have we missed something? Okay, let's check another thing. No need to write this, and in place of count we use session ID. Okay, so like the session ID should be greater than 5, the count of session ID should be greater than 5, and let remain the all things same. Okay, now run this. That is why I always told you to try to solve the harder question, the medium level question. You have to understand where you miss something. You have to dry run all the code so that you find the level of optimization we have to use. We have to solve like all the wow again. Okay, so this is now make it very interesting. The session ID should be greater than 5, count as total session, so we can use here as total session. Still the same output. Okay, let's do another thing like having some and the total session. So make this same, count asterisk should be greater than 5, and this all like not using this condition here on where round greater than equal to 0.6. okay, and any other thing like check maximum as a, count session as total, everything group by based on the book ID, and having some case when the RS session is greater than 4, then 1 else 0 greater than, we can not greater than 0 is greater than equal to 1, same here, greater than equal to 1, and the count asterisk should be greater than equal to 5. And now extracting from all the required column or the attribute from the desired table, like the aggregate, so b dot book id, title, author, genre, and the pages. So the rating spread from maximum minus minimum, and the highest plus lowest divided by the total session, and the decimal count as 2. So now run this and let's see. If still show error, there should be some another issue. Okay, perfect. So just because of using the condition in place of here, like round, the output from the of the polarization should be equal to or greater than 0.6, we have to use this condition in the where clause. Okay, so that is why no need to do multiple thing in single line. Okay, sometime we have to use these all the where condition. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm continuously uploading the SQL video. So again, thank you.